Hello friends, hope you all are doing good. And in today's video, we are going to discuss everything about error and exceptions. So first, let us discuss the theory part. Okay, we will see different kind of exceptions. What are those, and like what are errors? And after that, we will like try to practice on the IDE. So let me open my Word document. Okay, so I have created this document which will be available in the description box for the download. So you can just take a printout or possibly like just for your reference. Okay, and so we will start with the exception. Okay, what are exceptions? So exceptions is anything like any unwanted event which hampers the execution of a program. Okay, so think of it in such a way that if an exceptions occur, the like execution stops. Mm-mm. Am I like allowed to write on this image? Yeah. So like these are the exceptions, and when exceptions occur, so like your program execution will stop there itself. Okay. So exceptions are of two kinds, checked and unchecked. We will see the difference between both of them in the later stage. And what are errors? So error is something that is like hampering the execution of a program based on the system resources. Okay, so let's say you don't have enough memory to run the program. Your program is asking for 100 MB of memory, and you only have 50 MB of RAM. So it will like give you out of memory error. Okay, then there is a stack overflow error since let's say your memory only have four stacks available, and you are popping or inserting in a stack on from the fifth point. So these are some of the examples of error which occurs, which like so the main difference between both of them is that exceptions occur when there is an issue with the program. Okay, so possibly because you have written a code in such a way that you haven't handled the exceptions, etc., etc. And error occurs because of system. So this is a shortcut to remember the difference between error and exception. And the strange part of like unchecked and checked exception is that, so if you see like closely, then unchecked exceptions occur in both exceptions and in errors. Okay, so unchecked exceptions are those which happens at the runtime. Okay, and what are checked exceptions? So if we are compiling our code, so there like our IDE will warn us that okay, you have to handle this exception. Okay, Java. So let us like first see unchecked exception, and after that we will see checked exception. Okay, so let's go to the coding part. We have made our test class, and in that let's make main method. Okay, let me increase the font. Yeah, I hope this is more clear. So after making our main, so let us try to print three values. Okay, so let us print 1, 2, 3, and in that we will try to include arithmetic exception. Okay, let's run this program and see if everything is working correctly. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, everything is good. Great. Now let us try to divide 2 by 2. So it should print 113. Everything is good till here. Now the problem arises when we will try to divide this 2 by 0. So now let's see what happens. So it is throwing us an arithmetic exception. Okay. And because of this arithmetic exception, our 3 is not getting printed. So if you see closely, that 1 is getting printed, and if in our program we are going to like face this exception, then the rest of the code will not be executed. So this is a like big issue for us. Now we have to handle this exception. So how do we handle exceptions? So for that, like the first approach is try catch block. So let us try to include the try block and put this statement. Okay, control copy. inside this, and now try to catch it. So this is sending arithmetic exception AE, and let's print that this is exception occurring. Okay, now we have handled the exception. Let us try to run our program and see if 3 is getting printed now. See, like it is showing us that there is some exception in your program, but like it is not stopping the execution, and it is printing 3. That's great. Okay, now let us try to, okay, one more thing, that if you want to print what exactly this error is saying in the console, so we can also use print stack trace. So with this, like it will also tell us what this exception is all about. See, uh, it is telling us that this is an arithmetic exception, and we have to also giving us the line from like at which we have to handle this. So this is occurring at 8th line. See, test Java 8, and we have to handle this exception here. So this is a great way to include this exception at the time of developing the frameworks, so that we can know that, okay, where this exception is occurring and where we have to fix it. Now let us try to include one more exception, that let's say we have a string s that is null, and if we try to print s dot length, okay, so this should also throw us a error. Okay, so before coming to this exception, now we are printing the length of null at eighth line. So it should stop the execution now. See, after printing one, our program execution is stopped. Now we have to handle this also. And what kind of exception this is? Null pointer exception. And if we see our diagram, that where is null pointer exception? See, these are all type of unchecked exception. And this is the arithmetic which we have saw first, and this is which we are watching now. So we can handle multiple exceptions in the same try block. Okay, so for that, let us try to put one more catch. And what was it? Null pointer exception. Okay, null pointer exception NE, and let's print this stack, mm, print stack trace, and also like print this is NPE happening. Okay, so first we are encountering this null pointer exception. So like this is also a very interesting question, that although we are declaring the arithmetic exception first, so what do you think, which error we will get right now? Okay, so let's see which error we will see right now. Mm, okay, null pointer exception, it is not printing 3. Why is it happening so? Okay, so we haven't put this in try block. Okay, let us print control copy, and before this, let's try to do this, and now let us run our program. Okay, so as this like firstly we are encountering the null pointer exception, so this is catching it. Okay, and if we just for the testing purpose, if we paste it here, the arithmetic exception should come first. See, exception occurring, we can write arithmetic exception occurring. Okay, cool. Yep. Now let us try to see uh, the checked exceptions. Okay, so we have covered this part, and now let us try to see checked exception. So for this, let us create a class, mm, check description, and private class, no, private static void check description. And here we will try to like check the exception. In that, let's try this one, file not found exception. So for this, let's take a file reader. Okay, fr file reader, new file reader, and here we have to specify the file name. So let's keep it this for a moment. So as this is a part of checked exception, see, before like compiling also, this is like coming in red, and it is telling us that unhandled exception, if you can see. Okay, so we have to like add exception. So we will see in the later part what is throws, like why this is like declaring throws. Okay, and if you see, this is coming in purple. What is the like meaning of this? See, private static. So this is like we cannot use this. Okay, so let's try to handle this through try catch block itself. Mm, try. Let's format the code. Okay, and here we have to catch, and let's like what kind of exception it was. It was file not found. Yeah, file not found exception, and file not found exception. FNFE. FNFE. Okay, and now let us print our own message that file not found exception. Now let us try to like let's comment all of this. Mhm. Okay, let it be, and now let us try to run this. See, file not found exception. This is coming like we are handling the exception. Okay, that's great. So that's it, guys. Like in the next video, we will try to see like what is like final block, what are throws and throw. There is a difference between throws and throws. It is also a very important like interview question. So I don't want this video to be like long, and I will also provide this like document in the description box. You can download it from there. Okay, so we have seen like what are exceptions, what is error, what are checked and unchecked exception. Just like one last point which you have to like remember, that if someone says what are unchecked exception, so that those exceptions which are which are happening at the runtime, plus like it's not always the error. Like it is there are some exceptions in exception class, and those are also of unchecked type. Okay, so that's why like I have put it in red. So this is this thing you have to keep in mind. One more thing, that like exception, what is the parent class of exception class? So that is throwable. So let us try to like open null pointer exception, and here we will see extends a runtime exception. Okay, this is exception class, and see, exception class is extending the throwable. Okay, and let us see what is throwable. So this is implementing serializable, and this is an interface. Okay, and this is a part of object class. See, Java IO package. So this is it, guys. I hope like this is also a very important interview question, that what is the parent class of error and exception. So you should like tell them that this is throwable, and what is the package name? It's java.lang.throwable. Okay, so that's it, guys. In the next video, we will try to discuss more about the throw and throws keyword, and we will see what is finally block doing. And with this, we will like wrap up this topic. So thank you guys for watching. In case you have any doubt, just comment down below, or like ping me over LinkedIn. So thank you guys. Bye.